Hey guys, welcome back to Micho Makes. My name is Micho. I like to make stuff. Today I've got part number 90 of the Toyota Sprinter Trueno AE86 by DeAgostini. This is the 1/8 scale massive model that we're building together. Without further ado, let's just jump right into this one. Alright, starting off, we've got our cover here. Got our frames are back. Alright, take a look at that. We've got a rear hatch. Not the hatch, but the side cover. Jeez, I said cover. Window. Rear side window of the hatch. Boom, right there. And we've got our magazine. All right, let's check out our magazine. Okay, let's check it out. And I did take a peek at this before, but looks like we have a nice article about iconic sports cars in movies. And obviously, in media, I guess, you have the iconic. This is not, I guess, a replica, but of the AE86 in Initial D. You can see it's very, very true to the look. They also have a feature on the 2000 GT, especially the one that was in the James Bond movies. I think it's called You Only Live Twice. They called it. I've not seen that one with Sean Connery, and I probably should, but he drives around in a 2000 GT. They did say that they make a special 2000 GT for the movie, which was the convertible top, no top 2000 GT. The difference is that the regular 2000 GT did not come in a convertible type. It was only hard top on purpose because they considered the 2000 GTA Japan's first really supercar, and they made a special one just because Sean Connery is pretty tall, and he didn't want to have his head being hit in the vehicle. Probably also just for the looks of it. They only made two of these convertible ones. One movie one, and then also just a backup spare. And they have the movie one in the Toyota Auto Museum in, I think it's Tokyo. So you can take a look at that article. They also talk about some other vehicles and iconic TV shows, the new Cosmo Sport. Yeah, take a look at this article if you want to read it. No problem. I'll make sure that all the words are hopefully in focus for you, so you can just pause the video, hold up your phone to Google Translate, and take a look. Take a look at these photos too. Okay. Next, we've got an article on the Mark II, Toyota Mark II, and is this a chaser? I don't know. I really should do more research. These are pretty iconic. They basically, the Mark II, and I think it was the Crown, really took the title of like luxury, affordable luxury cars from the Corolla they had. But you can kind of tell with this interior. Look at this, is 98 to 92. That it was definitely a luxurious interior for 1998 to 1988 to 1992. Make sure this is in focus for you. It definitely reeks of actually, it reeks of more like late 90s than early 90s. So this might be like first time cutting edge of how the interior would look in there. Late 90s. Yeah, I don't know too much about these Mark IIs, but they're pretty cool. And you know, it's always funny when you have kind of a big section of articles like this. That means we have a short part, and that indeed we do. We have the rear hatch glass on the side, and looks like we're just literally adding in the adhesive, slapping it on, and then installing it. That's it. There was a part though, and I'll let you guys read this on the lift back, and kind of the definition of the lift back and why it looks like that. And I always like the looks of these Celicas. Obviously the front, they're very iconic, but also the fact that it is a fastback. They go lift back, fastback. there's a lot of different nomenclatures around it, and then obviously the Corolla, the 86 has that too as well in the hatch, the iconic hatch. But I want to make sure that you guys can read this if you want. Some more information on the lift backs. All right, let's break open the part and take a look at all the pieces. All right, obviously no screws in here. We just got this window. Let's pull this open real quick. All right, starting off, we've got our little frame here, and looks like we're going to be installing the tape on here first. And then we've got our window, and it is covered, thankfully, in plastic to make sure nothing gets scratched in the process. Oh, looks like we do have a couple of screws. We've got 3 screws here, the AM screws. And then we've got our adhesive strips here. Now, they only gave us one shot with the adhesive, but it should be pretty simple on where we install these. But we'll go ahead and get that done real quick. That is the part. We got it all set up. We're basically take these stickers here and sticking them on these parts here without removing the backing first, so just we can get this on correctly. So we'll start off with this one with the little kind of hockey stick style there. If I can grab this. And this one actually goes right here on this bend. Which looks like so. There. And then these are pretty simple. Looks like this is a little bit different because there's a little bit of a bend here, and we have one that just has a little bit of a bend right there. That one goes there. Okay. And then this one's longer than this one. Let's take a look. I think the longer one would go right here. Yeah, that looks like it. And then the shorter one right there. Yeah. This is the problem. What we had last time was that the adhesive would stick to this, and I don't want that. Yeah, it's doing that right now. This, and they only give us one shot, so I've got to be really careful. Sorry if it's blurry. Trying to make sure that I get this. All right, yeah, they got the adhesive on this one. That looks pretty good, actually. Don't need to mess with that. And the last one. Okay, got all those on there. All right, I've actually got to go get the body real quick. Give me 1 second. Okay, just grab the body here, and our next step is actually, I was kind of confused for a first second on what we did. We actually grabbed the window piece. We're going to grab the plastic off of this. Looks really nice. Nice and clean. And we're going to be placing it in here for right now, okay? Kind of getting it set. And it's not going to be fully set because of, oh, jeez. Because of the little bracket part here. but we are going to be fixing that in just a second. Just don't want it to fall. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to leave it down on here because we're actually taking this adhesive off for now. All right, got the adhesive off, got the glass here. Not really glass, it's plastic. But put that back here, kind of align that where it needs to be. It's not going to stay. So we got the adhesive here too. Align it just where it needs to go. Wow, this is a little more difficult. Probably better if I laid it on the side. Trying to find those notches. Probably not the best way to do it that way. I'm gonna actually remove this. Yeah, this really wants to fall through. Trying to figure out the best way to do this. If I hold it like that, maybe. That looks pretty set. Let's get this corner inside the corner here. There we go. There we go. Gosh. Okay, I'll remember that next time. But to hold it down here, get all that pressed in. Now it's all set. And then we take these AIM screws. And we lock in the window right here. And with that last screw, we are done with part number 90 of the Toyota Sprinter Trueno AE86 by DeAgostini. Take a look at this thing real quick. Actually, let me zoom out so we can zoom out. Let's roll this window open, or closed. Look at that. That looks really good. Looks really good. All right. A little struggle in there, but we got it. Nice. All right, that is part number 90 of the Toyota Sprinter Trueno AE86 by DeAgostini. If you haven't yet, like, subscribe to the videos. It really does help the channel grow. Really do appreciate you guys sticking with me. Let's take a look and see what part number 91 has entailed. And I can kind of guess. Glass again. The other side. So, real quick one for that. We'll see you guys next week for that one. Bye for now.